Sripada Srivallabha Charitamritham, Chapter 35. Explanation about Ugra Tara Devi. We took leave of Sharabeshwara Shastri and continued our journey. We thought that remembering the name of Sripada Srivallabha is the only means for achieving in this world and the other world. After we travelled for some distance, a hermitage was in sight. In that hermitage, a sage by name Siddha lived. He was completely detached. He was wearing only a modesty piece. Two of his disciples who stood at the entrance of the ashram questioned whether we were Shankara Bhatt and Dharmagupta. We replied in the affirmative. We were taken inside. The image of Tara Devi was inside. It was understood that the Siddha was a worshipper of Tara Devi. That Siddha said, "My children, Sri Sripada informed us about your arrival. Hospitality is offered according to the instructions of the great Guru. I am a devotee of Tara Devi. As she always grants moksha, that great mother is called Tara. She grants effortlessly power of speech and saves her devotees from horrible accidents. Therefore, she is named Neela Saraswati. There are three Hayagrivas. One is an incarnation of Vishnu Murti, another is a sage, and the third one is a demon. To kill that demon, Hayagriva, she took a blue form. By worshipping her, even a common man will become a scholar and equals Brihaspati. Sage Vashishta was the one who worshipped Tara for the first time in Bharatavarsha. She is called Vashishta Aradhita Tara Devi. That is, Tara Devi worshipped by Vashishta. Even though I am worshipping Tara Devi, I did not have her darshan on any day. I visited Ugra Tara Siddhapita in Mahishi village in Mithila Desa. There, the Trinity Tara, Ekajata and Neela Saraswati are on the same pedestal. A big image was in the middle, flanked on both sides with two small idols. Elders say that sage Vasishta worshipped there and achieved success in the adoration of Tara Devi. When I came out after seeing Mother Ugra Tara, I found the form of a girl who was a lump of charms. The sound of her foot trinkets were very much pleasing to hear. When that girl was walking, the sound of her anklets were reverberating in my heart. That girl questioned, "My child, you are wandering hither and thither. Probably you are searching the whole world for me. Is it a fact?" I was astonished. Was she Ugra Tara Devi or some mad girl who was speaking like this? Goddess Tara sits on the corpse form of Shiva in a straddling posture. In blue color with three eyes, she holds in her hands scissors, skull, lotus, and sword. She wears a tiger's skin. She is adorned with a garland of human skulls. This is the real form of that goddess who is a dispenser of enjoyment and salvation. However, I was seeing a charming girl whose age did not exceed 12 or 13 years. I was shocked. I could not reply. Suddenly, that girl enhanced her effulgence. All the senses in her body were becoming brilliant. The color of her body changed as that of a boy. The color of that body was golden hue. The eyes of the boy were like eyes of a yogi having divine qualities like tranquility, compassion, and mercy. The boy was having anklets on his two legs. He asked me, "Sir, the anklets on my legs are very tight. Can you remove them?" I agreed for it. He said, "Keep these two anklets with you. These anklets have life force. They will decide everything for you. Where to go, what to eat, and with whom to speak." Having said like that, the boy disappeared. I went to Kali Ghat. After visiting Mother Kali, I went towards south. I visited Puri, the great pilgrimage center. I went further south and reached Simhachala Kshetra. Fortunately, I came to Sri Pitakapura, which is Padagya Kshetra. I saw Sri Kukateshwara. I visited self-manifested Datta. There was a snake pit near the place where the idol of Swayambhu Datta was located. A divine serpent was living in that snake pit. After I saw Datta, the divine serpent appeared. At the mere sight of that snake, the Kundalini in me was flourishing rapidly. My body was not in my control. I was roaming here and there like a lunatic. I was reciting the name of my mother, Tara, and yelling out. Providentially, I came near to the house of Kshatriya Zamindar named Narsimha Varma. The form of that girl who gave me darshan in Mahishi village appeared in my mental horizon. The form of girl suddenly changed into that of a boy. That divine lad who gave me darshan on that day was actually before my eyes. There was a cart resembling a horse cart in the house of Sri Varma. Only one man can pull the cart. The divine boy wanted to go to his maternal grandfather's house in that cart. Sri Varma called servant who was pulling the cart. That servant came and stood. That divine boy asked the servant also to get into the cart. That boy said to me, "If you don't pull this cart, I will skin you alive and get sandals stitched with your skin. I am actually a cobbler. To remove the skin and stitch shoes is my family profession. Hides of animals like you are superior than skins of buffaloes and cows." I agreed to pull the cart under compelling circumstances. That boy was holding a stick which looked like a stick used for driving cattle. I was undergoing all sorts of troubles to pull that cart. That divine lad who was beating me severely with the stick in his hand. The weight of those two people was equal to the weight of 20 people. While I was experiencing various kinds of troubles to pull the cart, that boy was increasing my pain by beating me with that heavy stick. With heavy sorrow and with blood streaming out, I somehow took the car to the house of the boy's maternal grandfather. The servant who came with the boy was very much moved on seeing my condition. That boy, however, remained as a cruel one, deriving sadistic pleasure. He warned the servant that he would also be punished if he shows any love for the evildoer. I was half naked. That boy went inside the house and brought 2 handfuls of chili powder. He rubbed that chili powder on the parts of my body from which blood was flowing. Only 2 anklets that were given in the Mahashi village were on my waist. In the meanwhile, the maternal grandmother of the divine boy, Rajamamba, a pious woman, came out. She had another name, Punya Rupini. On seeing her, the burning sensation in my body cooled down. Her husband was famous Bapanarya, a Satya Rushishwara, that is, a true sage. He spoke to me in Hindi. "Child, where is your village? Where from you have come? You can take some rest and leave after taking meals." The servant submitted the cruel acts of Sri Sripada to his maternal grandmother and grandfather. Then Sri Sripada said, "Ajji, this servant is uttering lies. No blood came out of that person. It was only sweat. I did not rub chili powder at all. It was sandalwood powder." He asked the servant to examine the person. On examination, the version of Sri Sripada proved to be true. Then Sri Bapanarya said, "Sripada, you are devoted to truth. If you say that there are blood flow marks, there will be blood flow stains. If you say that there is sandalwood powder, then there will be sandalwood powder. Whatever you say, it will be there according to your word. It appears that you are really a personification of Ugra Tara. I heard that Ugra Tara Devi grants efficacy of speech. Verily, you are a personification of Ugra Tara, and you can change the nature and qualities of any of the articles there by a mere will. Please stop your playful pastime and show mercy on this unfortunate one." Then Sri Sripada observed, "Tata, you are correctly speaking. You told that emergence of will in me and its fruition takes place almost simultaneously. To decide whether it is a fact or not, the help of scriptures is required. This stranger is a good Brahmin. He worships Ugra Tara. Good. However, he took to the disciple of asceticism in his own way without obtaining the permission of any guru. His father brought him up by undergoing all kinds of difficulties. His mother suffered great pain when he was in her womb. At the time of his birth, that mother lost much of her blood. She experienced excruciating anguish comparable to the burning sensation arising from rubbing chili powder to wounds oozing with blood. That servant in the house of Narsimhavarma was the father of the stranger in his previous birth. The wife of the servant was the mother of the stranger. Not performing proper obsequies in the name of dead elders causes ill effects. This stranger did not perform obsequies to his parents because he became a sannyasi. His sinful karma and his punya karma dragged him to Padagya Kshetra, Sri Pitakapura. I cancelled those ill effects by making him experience that sinful karma with small trouble. A child lies in the womb of his mother for 9 months. If one stays in Kashi Kshetra for 9 months, on 9 days, on 9 ghadiyas, the curses from ancestors are annulled. Sri Pitakapuram Kshetra stands on an equal footing with Kashi. If this visitor serves for 9 days, his parents of the former birth, the curse of the mains, would be removed. I did as directed above. I received his grace and blessings. I preserved the anklets given by him on that day in my puja room. I attained perfection in Ugra Tara mantra. I am remedying chronic diseases with my tantram power. Sri Pada appeared before my mental eye and instructed me before your arrival that Shankarabhat and Dharmagupta would be coming this way and that I should give them good food and provide lodging accommodation and that I should present them my anklets. Siddha narrated in the foregoing manner.